Welcome to Creativity Made Easy with MJ. It is Thursday, November 6th, 2025, and we are going to try and play with those, yes, the weekend adventure. I just got my notification, so I remembered what I was supposed to be doing. So I have to plug some things in. Maddie stopped by and we were chatting, so I just got to get myself plugged in and ready to go. So I just got to find a few things. Hey, Maggie. So it's just going to be a minute while I'm getting ready. So I hope you're okay while I am doing that. I'm a little behind schedule. All right, plugging in my phone and looking for the kits that I want to use. That I'll put somewhere. How does that always happen? All right. Well, I know I can share these with you. A little show and tell. And, oh, there they are right in front of me. And then I have to search for some other paper, but we'll be okay. Welcome, it's Mary Jo Snyder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States, in upstate New York, in the Finger Lakes region. And I'm so excited to be here with you this evening. It's very cold, we've had some wind advisory stuff going on, and it's just getting time for chilly season. So I'm just got my iPad here trying to find myself so that I can follow along, see comments. And you may have seen, maybe not, me pop on and off, and I hope it wasn't crazy. Not too long ago, a couple days ago, Fred and I are trying to, and he's helping immensely, as well as another demonstrator that is kind of helping me out to get acclimated with some streaming programs so that I can go live here and be live on Facebook as well. So I'm trying to work through that, which is, hey, Sue. I just saw that you popped on here. Don't forget to, if you are new to my channel, to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to share the video, that makes me happy as well. So, all right, here I am. I got that going on. We're full stream there. Yeah, I know, right? He's helping out for sure. I've got some samples to show you from a, yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. A club that I belong to with Jennifer Cotton, and I did some of the cards while I was at crafting last weekend at Croptoberfest. I missed one group and went to see another group, and I can't wait to see y'all in all the Hopewell girls sometime soon. Not this month, but December, I hope. So keep me posted on those dates, Sue. And all right, so this is what we did the last time. We were doing these kits that I came across from the weekend adventure. So I kind of replicated cards, but then I got to thinking, you know what? I kind of messed that up because it's missing paper on this layer. It's supposed to have some buffalo check that is Cajun craze and black. And that is in the weekend adventure paper pack, and I need to find it. So, because we have other kits, we got this one, and we have this one, and that is going to be the 4 cards that you can make if you place an online order of $35 or more in the online store. And I just would think that you would want to put kits in your order to help me get those 2 more kits I need to get the free pack of designer series paper. It's a perk that they're doing for us demonstrators to get sales with kits, and the kits are amazing, so why wouldn't you want to do that? So talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to put some stuff down on the table for you to look at while I try and find my paper. So let's reverse the camera. You can have a nice little conversation amongst yourselves, and I'll share some stuff. My table is a little bit, got some adhesive going on there, and I need to find some more lighting because, well, you know how the lighting is this time of year in my craft room. So let's find my extra lights, get those going. Got that one. And we've got this one. And if anyone feels so inclined to like take this on over to my Facebook page, feel free. Share it on over there or my group. I would love that. I'm going to try really hard to find this paper. If I don't find it, we're just going to improvise and use something different. It's just really sad that I don't have all that stuff right in my face. So, oh, I was going to share stuff with you. Okay, these are the cards that I made using Jennifer Cotton's Stamp-A-Stack. So I made 2 of each design. And these were old. This is from last year. It just tells you how far behind I am. So this is from last year. And these were the cards that I was able to make using all the yummy stuff that she gave me. And these are other samples that I wanted to replicate. So you can take a look at those for a minute and then I'll give you a walkthrough. I'm just going to really try and dig for this paper. If I don't find it, I will just use something else that will work for me. It has to be here somewhere. It does. It really does. Because I say so. I'm sorry I'm so unorganized. Maybe it's in this stuff. Nope. Nope. All right, we're getting there. And one more pile. I bet it's in this one. As I try not to fall on the floor. Hold, please. I'll be right there. Hold, please. I think I looked in this pack the other day. It's not there. It's not there. I had a whole full pack of it too. All right, bear with me. One more pile. That's a lot of designer series paper, if I might say. We need Weekend Adventure, DSP. Wow, I have a lot of fun stuff I need to be working with. That's retired. Just saying. Airplanes, all kinds of stuff. All right, it's not there either. Hold tight. Couple other places I'm going to take a look. And then I will give up and do something different. Okay, I have that paper. Did I find it? No. I found the empty piece of pack of paper there. Oh, it might be in here. I'm feeling kind of lucky. Hold on, I'm coming. Oh. Ha-ha! Aha! Aha, my friends, we got it. Just took me a minute. Now we can walk through the whole kit. And I have directions. And do I have my own directions? I do. Look at that. Fantastic. We are on the money. Who knew? All right. That's what happens when you put stuff in a different room. All right. So this is, I can give you a walkthrough. I showed you the designer series or the scrapbook pages last time we were live. Let me just show you these fun folds. Is that super cute or what? I love the cardinal, another cute card. But this was that awesome sleigh set from last winter. Loved it. So that was my class Jennifer Cotton did. And I am a member of her Stamp-A-Stack Club. So, all right, you can see right here that I did a major ubu with this card. So we're going to redo it, okay? As well as this blue card is supposed to be different. See, that's supposed to be my coffee cup one. So we're going to redo those too. So, but for now, I want to do the 2 cards that I didn't even touch. But let's take a walk through. When you get a pack of, when you order a scrapbook kit, it comes with your directions on how to, 1, cut your papers, and it shows you what paper that you're cutting in which direction. Then you label everything. It's got A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, whichever. It shows you the layout, and it shows you how to measure. And that's exactly what I did. Like, I measured all of how far in that photo was going to be and all of that stuff. But you can go rogue and do it any way you want. So you saw my scrapbook pages in the last video. So that is what these instructions are, is to build from this entire workshop. And then you have your designer series paper. So you get designer series paper. You get everything you need to make the pages as they're instructed. And then you can purchase that stamp set and use it, or use stamp sets or whatever that you have on hand. But this is the designer series paper. I've got some trees on the back side of that. Acorns, tiny little acorns. Aren't they cute? And then we have the blue, the Misty Moonlight. And I love this with the compass and the bear claws and stars and coffee cups. You know me and my coffee, right? Got some wood grain going on there. The back side of, oh, there is not the back side. Why am I only have one of those? You got 2 wood grain. You got this wood grain. There's another one in there. So you've got 3 wood grain. So those are probably, I can't remember how it all goes without the other stuff. And then you get die cut sheets for your pages. More die cuts. So you get 2 sheets of die cuts. And then you get 2-tone cardstock. So you got 2-tone vanilla, Misty Moonlight, and you can see the different tone when you flip it over. Isn't that awesome? Old Olive, oh, my bad. You get 3 sheets of, 2 sheets of die cuts, and these are stickers. You get all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. And then you get your photo placeholders. So if you don't have photos printed, you can put these in the empty spots on the pages to show where what size goes where. So that is what your kit looks like. And of course, that's the paper pack. And coordinating colors: basic beige, basic black, Cajun craze, calypso coral, early espresso, misty moonlight, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, and very vanilla. Wow, lots of stuff, right? So that is the kit. And I'm going to put it all back in here because that's a full kit. And I can continue on with my scrapbooking from my trip to Vegas and the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam and all the fun things, because it pairs so nicely with the things that the little adventures we went on outside of the event itself, the backstage event that I went to in 2023. So that is that. So if you're interested in scrapbooking and know that you can do more than scrapbooking using these kits, there's so much more you can do. In essence, that is making cards. So these are the instructions that I have for the cards that I made, which were alternate cards for the class that I created for Celine's retreat. So what I want to do is follow those instructions with the leftover bits. This is everything left over after doing the pages I instructed and making cards for samples. So this pack here, I'm going to go ahead and use. And I'm going to have to cut my designer series paper that I need. Okay, so I am going to need a piece of the Hopefully I have a big enough piece. If I don't, oh, I do. So there's this leftover piece. I'm going to cut a piece from that because that's going to be part of my card. Because I don't think I have a piece big enough for the other that I need to do. So, or whatever I'm trying to say. I had other scraps. All right, let's find my paper trimmer. So what you're going to start with, this is pecan pie, 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So you're going to go ahead and varnish that score line with your bone folder. So you'll get these kits and you'll get the instructions, because I already have them done, as part of, if you spend $35 or more in my online store. It's going to be a free gift to you. You just have to, you'll get the paper, all the die cut images. You just need the stamp set. So I will not provide stamped images because it's against Stampin' Up! Policy. So, all right. So we've got our card base. We'll get to this next. We've got the inside of our card. This is the piece of vanilla that's going to go on the inside. That is 4 3/4 by 3.5. We've got a circle punch that is 2 inches out of crumb cake. I'm sorry, pecan pie. We've got early espresso that has gone through the plaid 3D, the really big embossing folder. That is 5 by 3 3/4. And I have a piece of the beige linen thread. I'm sorry, beige, not linen, beige ribbon. It's very soft. And that is roughly 13 inches. Okay. So then what I need is a piece of this designer series paper. And I want this back side, or this side with the print. And I want to cut that to be, let's see, DSP is 2 by 4. So when you hear someone say DSP, they are talking about designer series paper. That's just the abbreviation. So I'm going to cut this down to 2 inches like this, and then 4. Okay, so I have the piece that I need for this card. I also need to find the acorn piece, if I have that. I do. And I need to punch a circle out of that. That is 1 3/4. So I'm going to grab my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Okay. And I want the acorns. So I'm just going to punch that out. Now I have that and I'm all ready. Welcome everyone. So excited. All right. And now we can put this together. I'll grab my stamp set. And actually, I don't need stamps because I think we use a sticker, but you only have so many stickers in your pack. So let's see what we can find that will work. Do I have any words? Better together. Group photo. I may not have stickers, so I might have to improvise and use the stamp set, which is fine. So we'll put this back, and I'll grab the stamp set. And we will use, that's very blinding. I have to get my ink and I'm knocking over my lamp. Okay. We're going to use, I need to find some yellow. And what word? Love this place, better together. Take the scenic route, things to do, places to see. Love this place. You know, maybe I should just open that other pack of stickers and do as I'm supposed to. They are alternates to the kit. No stamping needed. Let's grab that paper. and I'll grab my stickers. And I'll do it as my instructions say. Why not? Because this is still in the online store, and if I wanted more, I could buy more. That's what I'm saying. Stickers with sentiments. Perfect. And we're going to be using the Happy Day sticker. Okay. All right. So our card is going to open this way. We're going to go ahead. We don't need the ink pad now. We're going to adhere this. Oh, I did bring it back. I finished my swaps at work on my lunch hour today and mailed them out. So that was great. All right, so I just need this right here. So if you like scrapbooking, awesome. There's so much you can do with this scrapbook workshop kit though. You can make 3D projects. You can use the designer series paper for so much more. You can make cards, obviously. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. So we are going to add adhesive to all of these bits and pieces. I gave you the measurements. Of course, shop my online store and you'll get these kits to make these cards without stamped images, of course. This is going to go right here. I'm going to go ahead and add this piece. Kind of right about there. And these are going to go together. We're going to go ahead and add these flush. Layer them together like so. And a little added bonus is we have a sticker here that has an acorn on it. And we're going to put that right in the center of that. We have another acorn. And with our ribbon, we are going to first grab this. Oh, Happy Day. And this is going to go right here. We're going to layer that there. Our ribbon is going to go under here. And I'm just going to put a couple strips of tape on here. And I'm going to zigzag this ribbon. So start here and there. And of course you're going to trim some of that off, move it around, whatever works. It can be a little longer there. Just put it a little bit closer. Here we go. Like so. And then this is going to get some dimensionals. Actually, I did it the wrong way. Does it really matter? Not really. Hold tight. I want it to go like this, so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. And like this, and back like this. All right, and that'll sit like this, okay? Now, doesn't matter because this can get zhuzhed up a little bit. So we'll just move that just a tad. Actually, I'm going to leave it. Okay, now we'll grab some dimensionals, and that is going to get popped up off the top of your card. So you can add dimensionals there and hold that ribbon down. And there. And there. So as I was saying, if some of you saw me pop on and off a few times the other day, I'm trying to learn how to do streaming, as I was saying, to 2 places at once. So it's pretty exciting to be able to have that option. And I can't wait to put it in effect, in a sense. And we're just going to angle these, because that will be fun, and I won't feel like I'm leaving anyone out in my audience or in my communities. I'll be able to reach people on Facebook and here on YouTube. So there is that card. So we've got that one. And then we're going to do this one. And this one is kind of interesting. It's got some paper piecing on here. Got a little bit of ribbon. The ribbon is about 8.5, 8 3/4. It's all the beige ribbon. We've got 2 of these that are 3.5 by 4 3/4. One for the front, one for the inside. We've got a piece of vanilla that is 3.5 by 1. Early espresso that is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. And of course our old olive card base, which is going to open this way. And that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. So that's already taken care of. Put all those pieces there because we also need to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of designer series paper. And they all need to be 1 by 3.5. So the pieces that I need, again, I'm going to hope that I have scraps instead of diving into something else. So 1 inch, right? Yes. So I'm going to need this. I need 2 of those. And I'm going to need the acorn, which I know I just had in my hand. Right here, and the back side of that is a tree, so that's what we need. So to start off with, you want to make sure your trees, if anything is directional, you want to make sure it's going in the right direction. All right, so what I need is my paper trimmer, and we are going to cut this. We need 4 pieces of this, because actually 3 pieces. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this down to the 3.5 inch that way. And then I'm going to do 3 slices. 1, 2, and they're at 1 inch, and 3. Okay, so we've got that, because we're going to flip one of them and it's going to be the acorns. And then for this one, I'm just going to cut 2 strips. It's already facing the right direction, sort of. It is. You just can't see the shoes, the footprints, but that's okay. We're still going to use it the way it is. No sense waste, right? So we got 2 of those. Now we're going to build on one of these pieces so that we measure it out correctly, because they're going to layer on here perfectly, okay? And I'll show you. Because this is, right? I think so. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You really don't need to even use that piece. You could just layer them on the front of your card. So I think I might do that instead. Because I think the green ones end up being covered a little bit. So we build from the center. So let's find the center of our piece here. The center is going to be, so if it's 4 3/4, it's 2.5 plus a, no, 4 3/4. It's going to be 2 1/4 plus 1/8, so 2 3/8. And I just want to mark that as the center with, I don't have a pencil, but it's going to get covered anyway. So there's the center. That little dot there is the center of our paper. And this is going to be the first piece that we lay down with here's what we're going to do. This is the center. We've got that placed right where we want it. These will go next to it. Trees going in the right direction. Flush. This one on the other side with the trees going in the right direction. Flush to the acorn piece. And then what we're going to do is take these two pieces. They will overlap, and that's okay. They're supposed to. They'll overlap that piece of green a little bit. Right up to the edge. Really great idea to use Tombow. I need to fill my bottle. I still haven't done that. Maybe I need to do that sitting in front of the TV tonight. Gets a little messy. And there's that. So that's how that's going to look. So the end pieces are going to overlap the green just a little bit. This is going to go on the front of your card. Oh, first we need our ribbon. And we're going to do this. We are going to add the ribbon to the back sides. And then we're going to cut off the excess. And we're going to use that piece on the front of it. So set that aside. Then this, if it's even, make sure it's lined up. This is going to, now you can adhere this. Always make sure you put adhesive on top of the ribbon so that it is sticking onto the card base as well. Okay, you have that. We're going to come in with this piece that's left, tuck it under there, and we're going to tie a knot. My fingers are really cold. I'm going to do the best that I can tying a knot. Thank you everybody watching, and if you're catching the replay, welcome and thank you. So we've got that knot, and I'm going to trim the ends because they're a little bit frayed. Just a smidge. Or I could keep it frayed, right? Because it's kind of rustic looking. Of course I could. Gotta love ribbon scissors. All right, so there's that. Got that part. And now we are going to do some stamping with that stamp set. I'm going to pull that in. If you want this stamp set, it is item number 167318. It's called Weekend Adventures, and it coordinates with that scrapbook kit. We're going to grab things to do and places to see. And that is going to get stamped in Early Espresso. Grab my block. Get stamped right in the center of your piece of vanilla. That gets layered on top of this. And then this gets dimensionals that I just had in my hand. I'm a little overzealous with dimensionals sometimes. And that's going to go right here. Now, you can move this over because it's not technically attached. It's not all one piece. It's like a cheater bow. We'll lift that up. Put that there, and there you go. And that is for the inside of your card. All right, now there's those. I'm going to copy this really quick. And this is going to make me really happy that I don't have to do this in the future. I'm going to go to my business page and hopefully I'm going to go ahead and paste it in. And next, share, post. There. Now, people on Facebook know I'm over here. All right, now we're good. All right, now back at it. So there's those two cards that we made. Now what I want to do, if I have it, I have extra of this. I want to make this card as the kit instructs, or as my instructions instruct. So we got these, some twine, and this piece. So it's the same concept as the card previous. I'm just going to do all four of the cards in this video. And instead of having it this way, obviously I redid the whole theme or the whole vibe. I'm going to do it as my instructions tell me how to do it, and it's going to look like this. And you know I'm loving the whole coffee cup, right? So we've got basic beige, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We've got twine that is about 8.5 inches. We've got Secret Sea, or is it Night of Navy? Secret Sea, that is 1 1/8 by 5 1/4. This piece of Secret Sea is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. This is a die cut from the textured dies, 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then our cloud cover with the plaid embossing folder is 5 1/4 by 4. So this is what we're going to do to build this wonderful card. We're going to add adhesive to the back of our embossed layer. That's going to go on the front of our card, like so. Oops. Just make sure it's on there even. I think my card base is not even. There we go. And we're going to adhere these two together. Again, if you purchase in my online store $35 or more, you'll get the consumables to make these cards, which is the paper. Everything will be die cut for you. You would need, obviously, the stamp set or the what am I trying to say? The paper pack, because you would want those stickers, or you can just use stamp sets. Right? This is going to go flush to the edge of this here, and then we're going to cut a piece of Designer Series paper that's going to go over part of that. And that Designer Series paper is the one that has the bluish, I think that is the same as this background, and that needs to be 1 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go and cut a 1-inch strip. By 5 1/4. And that, the blue side, is going to line up to the edge of this as well. And it's going to leave just a little smidge of that Secret Sea border right there. Isn't that cute? Just a little accent piece. This is going to get, this gets dimensionals, okay? And we're gonna do something with something else, one of the stickers. I'm gonna show you how to make it not a sticker. At least part of it. I'm not gonna take the backings off of this yet because I wanna show you something. And then we're gonna put it all down together. So there's that. I need the sticker that says Camping Life. And what I want to do is add this right here to my layers, okay? Now this is sticky and this is going to be raised. So what I want to do before peeling these off is find my embossing buddy. Which has powder in it, right? And we are going to dab our embossing buddy on the end of those stickers, or the sticker. And it's no longer sticky, okay? Because it's got that powder, that powder on there. And then I'm gonna grab my dimensionals again, and I'm gonna add one to each of those sides. So it's gonna help keep that raised as well. Now I can peel the backings off. It's just a little trick how to make a sticker not a sticker anymore so that you can put it where you want and so it doesn't sag on to the base of your card. Now that is gonna go right here. Right there. Okay, so we've got that. Now I also want this amazing coffee cup because that's how I roll. And that's going to go in this just above that sticker saying Camping Life. How awesome is this for the campers in your life, right? It's wonderful. Now, this is not big enough for me to do a double bow. My instructions say to do a double bow, but I did not give myself enough slack to do that. So I'm just going to tie a regular bow and that will be okay. I'll just make it a big bow. You would actually need 14 inches of twine. That's what I found to be successful in making a double bow. Cutting it in half and tying them together. But we're just going to do it that way, and that'll be fine. I'm going to grab a glue dot. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, they're right here. Everything's everywhere. All right, now with twine, because it's so thin, I like to roll my glue dot. Add the glue dot where I'm going to put that twine. Try not to get your fingers all on it because it takes the stickiness away. Add your bow. Now you can trim that and fray it a little more. You could do whatever you want to with it. I am going to trim it some. And there you go. So there is card number 3, the way that my instructions read. And now the last card, which I was supposed to use that plaid on, we're going to do this again. This is Cajun Craze, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. And we've got our basic black that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. We have the very vanilla 4 3/4 by 3.5. We have that die cut piece from the nested dies, Nested Essential dies. I think it's the largest one. And our ribbon, which was a lot of ribbon, more than what we need, but that's okay. So what I want to do first is find the instructions for this, is layer this piece on the top of my card. It's going to go right on the top of the card base with just a little bit of a border, like a 1/16 of an inch. This is for the inside of my card. So we've got that. And this is going to get stamped on, but we need some paper. So we're going to find our pack of paper again. Maybe. There's our stickers. We don't need those anymore. Just unbury everything. All right. Now the paper we need is that plaid paper right here. Buffalo check, I should say. And on the back side, we need that. So what we're going to do is cut a strip of this off. Actually, first I'm going to cut this down to the size I need. And I believe it is going to be, the plaid is 4x4. Four by 4 for the plaid. And then I'm going to cut a strip of this with the lines going this way. And it is going to be 1.5 by 4. So this is already 4 inches. So I'm going to cut that down to 1.5. Okay. Find our sticker sheet again, because there is one thing we need off the sticker sheet, and it is this accent piece right here. I'm just going to set that aside right now, move it back to that. And I am going to adhere this with just a little bit of the black border showing, like a 1/16 of an inch. And this is just showing you that you can do so much with these scrapbook kits. You can do scrapbooking, you can make journals, you can do fun mini albums, you can do the scrapbook pages as instructed, and with the leftover pieces, you can create so many cards. So we have that. This is going to go on top of that, and leaving another smidge of the black border off to the side and the top. Kind of want to line that up right. It's the same size. So we've got that for our layers. That's a big difference from what I did right here the other day, right? Yeah, okay. So far. Now we're going to take and add some adhesive here, because then we're going to create another zigzag with our ribbon. And I'm going to start in the right spot. I should really iron this ribbon. We're going to do this. And then I want to come down. It's going to take up a lot of space here. Actually, we can lower that just a smidge. Right there. I just want to make sure it's got that adhesive under it. And right there. And then we're going to trim this. See, we have way more than what we need. I'm going to angle this and angle this extra. Now we're going to do that stamping as we did before with the Adventure Awaits stamp. Sorry for my reaching. So let's find our stamp set. Our adventure starts here. Like I said, great graduation card. Great for any new beginning. Adventure starts here. A new job, retirement. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be in Memento black ink. Weddings. Could be for any occasion. And I don't think there's enough ink on there, so bear with me. since I don't have a MISTI or a positioning tool, I have to do the best I can with these stamps. So we'll let that ink soak in there. Better than I thought. Now, if you find that you have areas that didn't color so well or stamp very well and you don't have a positioning tool, I'm going to give you some pointers, hopefully, without causing too much grief. Let's see, is this black? Yes. So this is light. I don't know where my dark one is, but we're going to see if we can just add. Now don't, oops, I already made a mistake, but you can fill in those white spots with your blends. You can dot it just to fill in those spots. I made a mistake and went outside the line, but that's okay. Just wanted to give you a pointer. And remember that blends do bleed through, but it doesn't interfere with the water-based image that is there of your other ink. Dimensionals. I don't know how I keep misplacing things. They're probably right in front of my face. I'm going to start another pack. That's what I do. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Just trying to fish out some dimensionals here. All right, we got some. Now, that sticker I wanted to use. This is another one that I need to make not sticky. So I'm going to grab my embossing buddy again that I so quickly put away. And I'm going to make it not sticky by pouncing that powder from the embossing buddy on it. Okay, and that is the sticker that looks like buffalo check and an arrow. And it's going to go on this side. So I want to add that with a little bit of adhesive, like so. Right? Make sure it's not going to go off my, it's just going to kind of create a cute little accent. I want it to go down a little bit further, like that. And centered. Perfect. Now I can grab dimensionals and add that to that as well. Kind of hold it in place. Put one in the middle. And that will go there. Like so. We got the inside, and then we're going to find some gems. I don't know what we used yesterday, or whatever day it was, Sunday. But I'm going to find something. We use these because they pair nicely with the Cajun Craze on here. So let's just go ahead and grab a couple of those. And I probably should have used some on my other card as well. So this is going to go here. We want another big one. I think that one doesn't want to stick to the adhesive. But that too. My cold room. All right, we got it. That goes there. And then one more small one. Can go right there. So there is that card. Pretty cool. Then you could add other gems that you might have from your stash on these as well. I'll be sure to include others, but this is what you're going to get if you spend $35 or more in my online store for the month of November. So keep that in mind. You'll get these alternate cards and the instructions to create them, as well as but you would need the stamp set and or the stickers, or a stamp set that you can utilize for these layouts. You might need to come up with different ways to do some stamping, because obviously I have stickers and stuff. So, but that is your online class offering for this month of November. I'm very excited about it. I love so much to use this outdoorsy themed stuff. I love it a lot. So let's flip the camera back around. Be sure that if you are watching that you leave a comment. Let us know where you're from. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, subscribe, and comment. It doesn't cost anything for you to do those things to help me out and help me reach more people. The more people that comment and like and subscribe and all that stuff, it just bumps up the algorithm of my channel and helps me reach more people so that I can share my creativity with more people, because that's what I love to do. I love to create and I love to share. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me here live and or for the replay. Many Stampin' Blessings, and I will see you on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. because I have some plans later in the morning. So I'll see you at 8 a.m. again this Sunday, November 9th. So until then, bye for now.